Travis Scott just let something huge slip, and now the entire industry is shook behind closed doors. It's the kind of thing people have been whispering about for years, but never dared to say out loud. Until now, Travis reportedly revealed to the courts that Diddy, yes, that Diddy, allegedly tried to involve Kylie Jenner in those infamous freak-off parties. The same wild secret events that Cassie blew the lid off of in her shocking claims. And if Travis is really backing that up, it's beyond scandalous. It might be the real reason Kylie suddenly cut ties and vanished from the scene.
You're gonna hear about my party, they're gonna be shutting them down, they're gonna probably be arresting me, doing all types of crazy things just because we wanna have a good time.
Let's break it down. Diddy's name has already been swirling in controversy for months, with folks coming out of the woodwork talking about shady party invites, creepy encounters, and all types of weird behavior. But now with Travis possibly confirming that Kylie was being pulled toward that mess, the whole narrative just got darker and way more personal. People are replaying old interviews now, watching Travis like a hawk. Remember when he went on Ellen and nervously joked about Diddy showing up in his dressing room uninvited?
I keep this Ciroc because I had this one nightmare that Diddy might just pop in my dressing room at any time of the day.
You have to have it.
And it just has to be.
That didn't feel like a harmless laugh. That felt like a warning wrapped in a joke. And the wildest part, there's actual footage of Travis literally running off mid-sentence the moment Diddy walked into the room. That's not normal celebrity behavior. That's someone who's trying to get away from something uncomfortable. Now think about Kylie. One minute she's all over the Hollywood scene, rubbing shoulders with the elite, and the next, she's out, ghosted everyone. No more hanging with certain crowds, no more appearances at certain parties, and definitely no more connections to Diddy's circle. People noticed the switch up, but now we might finally understand why. And it doesn't stop there. Word on the street is there was a resurfaced bathroom incident at the Met Gala, and the rumors say it involved Diddy and a Kardashian. People are putting the puzzle pieces together, and the timeline, it's pointing right at Kylie.
P. Diddy in the restroom of the Met. It was the women's room. That's why I was there. Okay. Dry humping a Kardashian.
She went on to say,
they were smoking and dry humping, and that was P. Diddy. Like, I'm just saying there's a pattern of disrespect for others and our sacred places.
This could be one of the biggest behind-the-scenes scandals in years. And if Travis really dropped that info in court, he might have just blown the doors off a whole hidden chapter in Hollywood. This ain't just some wild rumor. This might be the thread that unravels everything. We're diving deep into the moment that turned heads, from Travis Scott's so-called joke that doesn't sound funny at all anymore to that awkward viral clip, the lawsuit timelines, that mysterious mansion sitting right next to Diddy's, and receipts that are pointing straight to some uncomfortable truths, especially about Diddy's connections with rising stars in the game. Let's get into all of it. First, rewind to Travis's appearance on The Ellen Show. Everything seemed chill, light banter, just another celeb doing promo, right? Then Ellen asked him what kind of drinks he keeps in his green room, and Travis played along. Don Julio, apple Ciroc. And then he casually drops Diddy's name. But the way he said it, that wasn't just a playful shout out, it felt like there was something underneath that comment. It was the kind of name drop that makes you pause and go, wait, what did he just say? It didn't sound like a joke. It sounded like someone who had seen some things. Let's be real. Nobody casually tosses Diddy's name in that context unless they've had a run-in that left a mark. And now, fans are looking back at that moment with a whole new lens. Then there's the clip. You know the one. Travis Scott literally dips mid-conversation the second Diddy pulls up on him. No smile, no daps, no what's up, just a quick bounce like he needed to be anywhere but there. The clip doesn't have a date, but it's real, and Travis looks hella uncomfortable. Body language never lies. And in that moment, Travis looked like a man trying to get away from a situation he didn't want any part of. Diddy walks up behind Travis Scott, grabs him by the neck in this strange, too familiar way, and starts rambling about some mysterious event, and you can instantly see Travis's whole vibe shift. He throws on this nervous laugh, his body language gets all jittery, and he starts backing away fast like he's trying to laugh it off but really wants no part of what's happening. It's subtle if you're not paying attention, but if you watch close, something feels off. Travis doesn't just walk away, he literally bolts out of the frame while Diddy keeps talking like nothing weird is going on.
My baby bro, we here. Tomorrow it's time. It's time. What you gonna do to that thing, man? Yeah, they better tune in. They better tune in. Let's go.
Travis immediately backs away, nervous laughter, shifty body language.
Viewers picked up on it immediately. One person said, "Brother Love was salivating." Another pointed out, "Why was he running while holding his behind?" And someone else asked the question everyone was thinking, "Why did he call him baby bro instead of just lil bro?" The whole thing gave off a vibe that just didn't sit right. And then there was the one chilling comment that hit a nerve. As he pulled away, it was like he smelled something foul. That line alone had people rewatching the clip with fresh eyes, especially now that the rumors and accusations around Diddy have exploded in the public eye. Back when the video first made the rounds, people brushed it off as just awkward celeb energy. But now, in light of everything that's come out, the wild party rumors, the lawsuits, the freak-off allegations, folks are seeing it in a whole new light. One viewer even wrote, "The things he did were evil, and I pray for his victims." I hope Travis flips on everyone involved. Suddenly, that clip doesn't just seem uncomfortable, it feels like a warning. Now let's talk about Kylie, because her connection to Diddy runs way deeper than people remember. At one point, Diddy and the Kardashian circle were actually tight. Kylie was popping up at all the same parties, rolling in the same VIP circles, even getting tagged by Diddy's PR team on official event rosters. That wasn't just surface-level Hollywood linking, that was industry-level closeness. And get this, Diddy even owned a house right next door to Kylie's massive mansion in Holmby Hills. Yep, they were literally neighbors. But after Diddy's home got raided in 2024, he allegedly tried to quietly unload that property with no press and zero fanfare, like he wanted to erase that connection before people started putting the pieces together. But let's rewind to when things started feeling off. Remember the 2017 Met Gala? Diddy took a group pic with a bunch of celebs, including Kylie and Kendall. But when he posted it later, both Kylie and Kendall were cropped out. He claimed it was to highlight black excellence, but people weren't buying it. Kylie even posted the original shot where both sisters are clearly standing there, smiling front and center. But in Diddy's version, vanished. And that raised eyebrows quick. Even back then, fans were speculating that something shady had gone down behind the scenes. Fast forward to 2025, and that theory started picking up serious weight. Megyn Kelly dropped a cryptic bomb during a podcast appearance, saying someone had tainted sacred places. She didn't name names, but people instantly started connecting the dots. And then, Zach Peter, who's known for digging deep, resurfaced an old Twitter thread breaking it all down. Megyn only attended the Met Gala in 2016 and 2017. And guess which Kardashian was at both events? Kylie. Then there's that now famous bathroom selfie from the 2017 gala, and the internet's been buzzing ever since. Something happened that night, and more people are starting to believe Kylie saw way too much. Kylie, Diddy, Kendall, Kim, ASAP Rocky. All names that showed up in that now infamous Met Gala bathroom selfie. And according to Zach Peter, who's been piecing this puzzle together for months, the setting, the guest list, and the energy in that pic all point to something strange going down that night. He even suggested that Kylie might have been the person Megyn Kelly was hinting at in her cryptic podcast drop. Connect the dots. Kylie, Diddy, a bizarre bathroom moment, and now the word freak off keeps popping up in the background. People are starting to believe this might have been the moment that pushed Kylie all the way out of that world. Now here's something heavy. Kylie was still under 20 back then, which makes the timeline even more disturbing, especially when you line it up with what's been coming out in those lawsuits. One recent federal case accuses Diddy of assaulting a 10-year-old boy at a New York hotel back in 2005. And in another case, a 17-year-old male victim said Diddy groomed him over time, allegedly forcing him into acts, using threats, and dangling promises of fame. Court documents say Diddy would pressure these young people by reminding them he had the power to make or break their careers in the music industry. One chilling quote stands out. It was described as a test of the plaintiff's willingness to do anything necessary to succeed. And this isn't just a one-off story, the pattern is loud and clear. Grooming, isolation, promises of fame, tests of loyalty, over and over again.
Where we hanging out and what we doing, we can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream.
Now here's where it circles back to Travis Scott. Rumors say he saw what was happening and drew a hard line. Some even believe he warned Kylie to stay away. And according to whispers picked up by not one, but two legal bloggers who've been tracking this case, Travis allegedly gave a sealed deposition in late April 2025. In it, he supposedly confirmed that Diddy had suggested Kylie attend a private after-party back in 2018. One claim that's raising major eyebrows. An unnamed source says a sealed court document reveals Travis Scott straight up refused to let Kylie attend one of Diddy's exclusive private gatherings. Not only that, he allegedly warned her never to step foot inside Diddy's New York townhouse unless he was there with her. Now, while that document hasn't been officially verified yet, what's being said lines up with everything else we've been seeing. The distance, the fear, the physical avoidance, and Kylie's quiet exit from that entire circle. So now people are wondering, is this Travis finally getting his get back? Is this him pulling a power move and snitching without ever actually speaking names? Let's rewind for a second. Remember that old Keeping Up with the Kardashians clip where Kylie Jenner casually said that Khloe was on tour with Diddy at 16? That footage has been circulating again, and viewers are now calling it red flag number 1. It doesn't stop there. On Cocktails with Khloe, Khloe herself admitted that she and her girls used to party with Diddy, and even said he was known for throwing the wildest events around.
People know about all of the extra stuff that people don't even know about, or people that are close to you don't even know about. And it just, sometimes, it just feels like, you want to give up.
So this wasn't a one-time interaction. Diddy's ties to the Kardashians run deep, and if you look at the pattern, it's not wild to wonder if he had his sights on Kylie as the next target in line. Now here's where things get even messier. In 2022, right after Travis got hit with nearly $2 billion in lawsuits over the Astroworld tragedy, guess who gave him a major comeback moment? Diddy. Travis performed at the Billboard Music Awards, a show that just so happened to be executive produced by Diddy himself. And what did Diddy say at the time? I'm uncanceling the canceled. Now let's get into the speculation. And this part is wild. Some are saying Diddy may have tried to use Travis's legal trouble after the Astroworld disaster to slide in closer. Not just to Travis, but possibly to Kylie too. Think about it. Cassie already exposed that Diddy allegedly used emotional manipulation and straight-up blackmail to push people into those disturbing freak-off situations. So what if Travis saw that same twisted playbook starting to unfold? Then in March 2024, just before the feds raided Diddy's homes, fans noticed something else. Kim Kardashian unfollowed him on Instagram, and she wasn't the only one. Celebrities were backing away in silence one by one. And Kim, she suddenly stopped showing up at events where Diddy might appear. Could be a coincidence, or maybe she knew something the rest of us didn't. That kind of pullback doesn't just happen for no reason. Now let's talk about that neighborhood situation. Diddy didn't just live near the Kardashians. He bought a $40 million mega mansion right next door to Kylie Jenner's spot in Holmby Hills. That place was 17,000 square feet of luxury, with its own private theater and a full-blown nightclub setup in the basement. Yeah, not exactly a cozy family hangout, more like a party hub built for discretion. And guess what happened after the federal raids in 2024? Diddy reportedly tried to quietly sell that mansion off the market. No public listing, no headlines, just hush-hush real estate moves. That timing, way too perfect. Makes you wonder what he was trying to erase and who he didn't want asking questions. You think Kylie didn't catch on? She was living right next door. She probably heard the whispers before the world did, saw cars pulling up at weird hours, noticed when certain guests started showing up and not coming back. That might have been her final wake-up call, the moment she decided to fully step away from that world. And just to make it even spookier, remember that 2017 Met Gala bathroom photo? The one featuring Kylie, Diddy, Kendall, A$AP, Rocky, and Kim? It was shared all over fan pages, then mysteriously deleted from multiple accounts. No explanation, just gone. Why did that bathroom selfie from the 2017 Met Gala suddenly disappear from fan pages? Well, fast forward to 2025. And that exact image turned into a major clue in a resurfaced claim by Megyn Kelly. Megyn recently said on a podcast that she witnessed Diddy inappropriately interacting with a Kardashian inside the women's restroom that night. She didn't name names. But here's where it gets interesting. People lined up the timestamp on Kylie Jenner's own selfie from that same bathroom, and guess what? It matches the moment Megyn said she walked in. Now the internet is asking, was Kylie's post just a casual pic or something more calculated? The theory gaining steam is that she shared it to make things look normal, to make it seem like everything was chill. But if you look closely, something about that photo feels off. Observers say Kylie's smile looked tense, like she was trying too hard to appear relaxed. Some even described it as cover-up energy. The vibe in the room just didn't match the caption. And if you've read through the newest lawsuits filed against Diddy, there's a phrase that keeps showing up again and again: test of loyalty. That's how the situations are being described. Scenarios where individuals were allegedly pushed beyond their boundaries, all under the pressure of proving themselves. In one lawsuit, a minor claimed Diddy presented a disturbing setup as a test of his commitment to success. In Cassie's case, she described being pressured into situations just to stay in Diddy's inner circle. It's all part of a larger pattern, one where people were allegedly isolated, manipulated, and made to believe that doing what was asked was the only way to make it. That exact phrase, willingness to do whatever it took, has now appeared in 3 different legal filings. So when rumors started swirling about Diddy inviting Kylie into his private circle, it raised some serious questions. Was she being tested too? And what about Travis? Did he find out what was happening and decide enough was enough? Some people claim he was just playing along with the industry crowd. But if you look at the timeline, it tells a different story. In 2022, right after the Astroworld tragedy, Travis was under fire. Lawsuits, media pressure, his career in limbo. He was vulnerable. And that may have been when he started realizing just how dark things behind the scenes really were. Diddy gave Travis Scott a major opportunity in 2022, inviting him to perform at the Billboard Music Awards, a show Diddy executive produced himself. Travis showed up, did his thing on stage, but behind the scenes, he didn't stick around with Diddy. No photos together, no backstage hangout, no shout-outs, just in and out. And by 2023, the shift was clear. Travis stopped showing up at any event where Diddy was expected. It was like he quietly pulled back, distancing himself without making a big fuss. Even during interviews, fans picked up on a big change. When asked about the music industry and major power players, Travis kept it short. He said some people play too many games and that he prefers to keep his distance. That wasn't just a vague comment, that was a silent statement, a message hidden in plain sight. Then, in early 2025, Kylie started making digital moves of her own. She didn't post anything loud or dramatic, but fans noticed. She began scrubbing her online footprint clean of Diddy. No more mentions, no old red carpet pics, no shout-outs. And in February 2025, eagle-eyed followers spotted something major. Kylie deleted over 25 archived story clips from Instagram. All those clips had one thing in common: luxury party scenes where Diddy's name kept popping up over and over again. Then Megyn Kelly's claim about that Met Gala bathroom incident hit the headlines, and Kylie said nothing. No denial, no statement, not even a cryptic subtweet. Just silence. And in a situation like this, that silence speaks loud. Now ask yourself, did Travis know something was coming? Think back to that awkward Ellen interview where he mentioned Diddy popping into his dressing room out of nowhere. At the time, it came off like a joke, but in hindsight, it felt more like a message, a warning in disguise. He wasn't laughing, he was speaking in code. And just like Usher, Justin Bieber, and other stars who've stayed quiet for years, maybe Travis was dropping crumbs the only way he could, through hints, distance, and silence. Because in this industry, sometimes that's the only safe way to talk. After those lawsuits hit the headlines, the ripple effect was instant. Suddenly, industry insiders who used to be close with Diddy, gone. French Montana, who was once seen everywhere with him, hasn't been spotted near Diddy since late 2023. Remember when he walked out of an interview just because someone brought Diddy's name up? That wasn't random. And Jay-Z? He's been radio silent ever since the feds raided Diddy's New York mansion, but now there's a theory going around, and it's one of the darkest ones yet. What if Kylie was the one who got away? What if Travis saw what was coming and made sure she got out before it was too late? People have broken down how Diddy allegedly tried to draw Cassie, Kim Porter, Lori Harvey, and even a young Justin Bieber into his inner circle. But Kylie, she didn't fall for it. She disappeared. That might be why she stayed quiet all this time. That might be why Travis literally ran, not just from Diddy in public, but from the entire environment around him. This isn't just about drama or Hollywood gossip. This is about power, control, and people finally pulling the curtain back. And if it's true that Travis gave a sealed deposition in court, even if he didn't speak publicly, that alone could blow the lid off everything. More people might come forward, more stories might surface, and those missing puzzle pieces, they're starting to fit. As for Kylie, she's been silent, but maybe that silence is the only thing keeping her safe right now. Because the second she speaks, the whole game might change. So now it's your turn. What do you think? Did Travis Scott really expose what Diddy tried to do behind the scenes? Did he protect Kylie from getting pulled into the same cycle that allegedly affected Cassie, Kid Cudi, Usher, and Bieber? Was that awkward Ellen moment his way of warning us without spilling everything? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I need to know what y'all think. If you're here for the real tea and all the receipts, go ahead and like this video, hit that subscribe button, and tap the bell so you don't miss the next drop. This story's still unraveling, and you better believe we'll be back with more. See you in the next one.